have. So we have a subject matter expert, Mrs. Cookie. She's one of our high school CTE teachers, and she is here this morning to go over all of these. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop our chat for temporarily. There may be a time when Mrs. Cookie wants to open it back up and let you guys talk, but in the meantime, the chat will be off so that we can really pay attention to what Mrs. Cookie's telling us.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, middle schoolers. We're so excited to have you come into our high school next year and the years to come. So I am happy to be here this morning getting some information out to you about kind of what to expect with our pathways. Some of you might be familiar with me from our iLearn testing, and then maybe even some of the Friday Fun Club members. I'm starting to see some familiar names kind of coming across as well. So welcome, everyone. Good morning. And kind of like this graphic here, I see us racing to the finish line. We all are ready for 8th grade, right, to be over, because then that means that you're going to be an awesome high schooler in the years to come. And so we're super ready for you to be hitting all of these different milestones that we're going to be talking about. So when it comes to CTE, then we are career and technical education. That's what CTE stands for. There are 16 different career clusters in CTE. And in fact, if you have already gone through maybe a college and career exploration, maybe you've learned about those different career clusters already. The purpose behind our career clusters, so I don't know, did you catch that? We might have some high schoolers in here. Okay.
I did, but also I want to point out this is, so it's middle school and in 9th grade.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, then welcome, freshmen. Oh, I'm going to air hug you. There you go. Okay. So we're happy to have you here too, because some of you maybe haven't picked a pathway just yet. So this is going to be some good information for you in deciding which pathway you want to select then for scheduling for next year. So regardless of middle school or freshman, we welcome you and you will need this information. So for CTE, this is going to be a skill set, some knowledge for all types of careers that are out in the field. We're looking to prepare you for industry standards, which means really the world of work, because eventually you will be there too, even after high school, or maybe even during high school. So we want to prepare you for those things. And it's really for goal setting, for investing, because you want to invest in you and then also your future as well. So what pathways do we have here at HCCA? So again, Hoosier College and Career Academy, just in case we want to go ahead and put that too. So we have our career and technical education pathways that are in business marketing, and also business management. We have human and social services. That's kind of where I'm the subject expert of. And then information technology. And then our new pathway that we are offering next year is going to be health science. So we are super excited about that. So let's go ahead and explore these just a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here. If this comes in super zoomed in on your screen, you do have your plus and minus sign that you can make it fit so that way you can see it a little bit better. So those are available for you. So this is business marketing and also management. We have a lot of information in this flyer. So if you want to kind of zoom in, again, you certainly can. But here in all of, and I'll go ahead and just kind of pause there, in all of our pathways, we do prepare you for all of the different graduation buckets. So if you haven't heard about buckets, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't heard about buckets yet, we help prepare you for all of the buckets. So the projects that you do in any of our CTE classes can fill your bucket number 2, and then just
or scroll down. Mrs. Gelhausen, can you tell them a little bit about, I'm so sorry, can you tell them a little bit about the pathway classes for cybersecurity? She's not, but if it's okay, Miss Cookie, I'd like to talk for just a second about this. So with the health science, the great thing is there are so many different ways, like Mrs. Cookie was just saying, there's so many different ways that health sciences can branch off. So you could wind up being a pharmacy tech or a medical assistant or an x-ray tech or just so many different ways. And the great thing about the pathway as it's set up here is that you get that start in just sort of introductory things, thinking about health sciences and thinking about medical terms.
Part of our vision statement because I think it's super important to just relate all of these things together. And so we here at HCCA, throughout our pathway classes, throughout your general education classes, we want to prepare you as the today's learner for tomorrow's ever changing career and academic opportunities. So whether you are college bound or you are in the workforce bound, whatever that might be, we want to help prepare you for each and every one of those things. And just as a side note, it is National Skills Trade Day. And so when we think about all of the things CTE and being preparing you for a certification or preparing you for the world of work, we want to celebrate those things. And so that just happens to be May 3rd, which is pretty cool. So we do have a survey that we're going to push out to you. And so I don't know, do you want to drop that into a room chat for them to grab? I did screen share, or I could screen share, but I did put this into just some images too. And do you want me to explain or do you want to go through? Perfect. I do. And if you're just not sure, human and social services really covers a wide range of different areas. So even if you're thinking about being a tire maker or working as automotive, it's really good to have those interpersonal relationship skills. So if you're just like, I want to, be a trucker in logistics. And so that is definitely something that's doable. But again, like Mrs. Goldsmith said, we're not like locking you into these things. We just simply want to see what you might be interested in. So, and yes, just to reiterate that if you are kind of having a moment of panic about your student ID, no worries. There is going to be an email that's coming out to you. So if you can't submit the form right now, just leave that as an open tab. And then that way, when you get that email with your student ID number, then you'll be able to just quickly fill that in and then send it off. It'll kind of be off of your to-do list. So let's take a look and see if
Can I
yep.
say can I say one thing? The other thing you were saying, human skills, computer skills is also really good for the 21st century. So information technology is something else that you really need, because every job has computerized equipment. I don't know of one job. Even diesels are computerized now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, absolutely. So technology
farming
is the way of the
equipment,
future.
technology is everywhere. Drones, everything.
As far as the question that came through, do any of these involve playing sports, an actual sport or an e-sport? When we think about technology and game development and learning how to code and doing those things, that certainly may be of interest to you in that particular area. But as far as participation in esports, that'll be something that we've already sent out an interest survey for that too. So we have big plans for esports for next year. Let's see. I don't think I missed any questions. If I did, just certainly stop me. Let's see if you were paying attention to some of the information that we put through for you today. So let me go ahead and ask the question, how many career clusters are there in CTE? Does anyone remember? See, 4, 15, 3, 4, 13, 16, 16, 10, 4, not 10, 4, 12, 15, 60. Holy cannoli. All right. So it is 16. There are 16 career clusters in CTE. And I mentioned that when we were on this slide. So some of you were pretty close. Some of you hit it right on the head. So thank you for that. All right. Next question. What does CTE stand for? Dun, dun, dun. Any wild guesses? It's silent in the question answers. Great. All right, there we go. There we go. So, career in technical education. So, even if you had to use Google for help, that's okay. Cats to elephants.
Crystal got it right. Crystal Gary.
Oh my goodness, I love it. So, career in technical education. So, that is what CTE is all about in preparing you for all of those waves of the future. So, T is definitely for technology. So, then the last one. How many pathways? Do you remember how many pathways we are going to have here at HCCA next year? A bunch. 4. A lot. 4 to 5. 5 to 6. 40. Bruce, I appreciate you. 4. 7 to 8. 4. 5 next year. So 100. Wow, Emily. So I wish that we could offer that many pathways. That would be absolutely phenomenal. But we are a smaller school and there are only so many teachers doing all of the things. So the correct answer is 4 for sure. Okay. So we have then, let me jump back to that screen for us. We have the business management and marketing. We have human and social services. We have information technology. And then new next year is going to be health science. And if we're lucky, hopefully we'll be able to add another one. And that might be kind of coming from your survey if you were looking at that Google form about digital design. So it is possible, but that one is not 100% for sure. So that's why we're having you take a look at the 4 that we know we can offer for you. So with that, Mrs. Goldsmith, take it away as far as closing us out.
Crystal has a question. Crystal has a question that she wanted to ask. And so does